Hi everyone, welcome to Creative Drawing Studio. Today I am drawing a very abstract pattern which is a composite, like it is a combination of multiple patterns. And for that I am using some colored markers from Ohuhu and I'm using my trusty Faber-Castell fine liner pens. So let's start with the drawing. So what I am doing is on the top left and the bottom right corners, I am drawing just blobs of colors. So as you can see, I started with the yellow marker. Now I am going ahead and using an orange marker and drawing a random shape just below the yellow shape. And again, I'm filling it up with the orange color. These alcohol markers are layerable, so I will be layering these colors in the second time because right now they kind of look really patchy. So after doing away with the orange color, I am just drawing a random shade blob of red color, and that blob again I am going to be filling it with the red marker. I am repeating the same pattern in the bottom right corner. I have zoomed this for you so that it is easy to say, and also this is 5x faster, so I have sped it up 5 times. Sometimes it happens with me that when I am sitting down to create a certain artwork, I just go blank, nothing comes to my mind. And then I go to my trusty Pinterest, and therein I get a lot of ideas which actually inspire me to create something, new altogether. I'm not sure how I got idea for this particular drawing, but I think it is a combination of different elements that I would have seen at some point of time in my life, because it's a very different and unique sort of style. I don't think it is a complete painting of sorts, but I think it can be used as a background for something really nice. Like you can stick a photo in the middle, or you can use it as a background for doing a collage work, or it can be actually used in your scrapbook as well. Now as you can see, I'm writing some text in the background. So this text is inspired by my favorite book of this year, which I read in 2024, which is the 40 Rules of Love by Elif Shafak. This book is basically a story of Shams Tabriz and Rumi, and how they both were spiritual partners for each other, and how Shams Tabriz inspired Rumi to create the poetry that he has written, and which we all read right now. So here, there in the book, the 40 Rules of Love, there are 40 rules which Shams has specified in the book, and these rules are not specific of a certain kind of love. They are more towards spiritual in nature. So like for example, there's a rule which says that the path to the truth is a labor of the heart, not of the head. Make your heart the primary guide, not your mind. Meet, challenge, and ultimately prevail over your nafs with your heart. Knowing your ego will lead you to the knowledge of God. And you can see that this is the one that I'm currently writing in the background. So it is really nice because the background is full of rules about love. So the next one says that you can study God through everything and everyone in the universe, because God is not confined in a mosque, synagogue, or church. But if you are still in need of knowing where exactly his abode is, there is only one place to look for him: in the heart of a true lover. So the book has around 40 rules of love. So one story is about Shams Tabriz and Rumi. The other is about a middle-aged woman who was married with 2 kids, and she's feeling a lack of love in her life. She works in a publishing industry, and she reads manuscripts for work. So she comes across this manuscript by a guy, and he has written this beautiful book which is about Rumi and Shams Tabriz. And while reading this book, she realizes that she has love missing in her life, and it makes her introspect, and it makes her think about the kind of life she has lived. And essentially then she seeks him out, and they meet, they talk, and then she understands the true meaning of love. So it's basically 2 parallel lines wherein we are seeing historical story also, and we come to know about the present story also. It's a beautiful book. Do check it out, but I'm sure it's very popular, so you would have seen it. So here on this page I have written a few rules from the book. Not all 40 can come. I think I could write 4, 5 or 6. So yes, that's the case. And one more rule is most of the problems of the world stem from linguistic mistakes and simple misunderstanding. Don't ever take words at face value. When you step into the zone of love, language as we know becomes obsolete. That which cannot be put into words can only be grasped through silence. This is the one that I'm currently writing, which is loneliness and solitude are two different things. When you are lonely, it is easy to delude yourself into believing that you are on the right path. Solitude is better for us as it means being alone without feeling lonely. But eventually, it is the best to find a person who will be your mirror. Remember, only in another person's heart can you truly see yourself and the presence of God within. I think I was not able to finish this one because the space ran out. Now, after this, on top of this, I am actually drawing buds. So these are closed buds, which basically give a nice foreground to this image. So apart from drawing and creating things, I also love reading a lot. So hence the reason that I got this idea that I should use some passages from my favorite book as the background for this image instead of just writing any random thing. And as of 2024, this year I was able to read around 60 books. And that is also because I was, taking a break. So here now I'm coloring the flowers and I'm using the same shades that I've used previously, so red, orange and yellow. I am going over colors now twice because I think in the single one they come out as very light and patchy. So I am doing that. And after coloring these buds, I will be using a black marker to highlight the stem, which is currently not colored. So this one is very, very, very simple to make. And if you are a beginner or if you even are at an intermediate level, you should definitely give this drawing a try. If you think for standalone purposes you feel it is too simple, you can obviously use this one as a background for something else. I had a scrapbook sort of thing in mind which made me create this, but looking at it, I also feel that it could be used as a base for something else, like for a collage, or you can stick a picture in the middle, or you can add a scrap of paper, write some text, and you can actually gift this to somebody, like some message that you want to send, a personalized card or something. I think it will look good. So now I'm just coloring the stems black. So this black marker is my favorite. Like you've seen, I make a lot of black and white doodle, and the black marker gives a lot of personality to the drawing, and instantly I think it lifts it up. I was initially also considering that the outline of the blobs that I've created, I should give them a black outline, but then I thought it'll look too much detail, and it'll get too intense, and that's why I did not do this. So once this is done, the coloring of the stems is done, we will add some detailing to the buds with the black marker itself. So usually whenever you're creating an artwork, they say that you should let your imagination flow, like make whatever you feel like. But more often than not, for me, it happens that if I have not decided in advance what am I going to draw, I usually end up like really blank. So that thing about creating impromptu is something that I'm not comfortable with, and I need to have a picture in my mind before I can put pen to the paper. Otherwise, usually thing that turns out is like so bad or so like not so good that I only don't like it, and then I don't want to share it with anybody. So hence, not everybody, but some people can do this impromptu thing, and they are really creative, and whatever they make are very beautifully. But for me, I need to have an idea of what I'm going to make in advance for me to execute it properly. So now, as you can see, I have added one more layer over these blobs. And now we are adding some detailing with my favorite fine liner pen, which is from Faber Castell. And yes, I have used here yellow, orange, and red color, but you can use any color. This for me felt like more of a warm tone piece in my mind. But if you like your blues and greens, you can actually use them also to color here. So yes, it's a fine abstract sort of piece. And here now I'm erasing all the pencil lines that I had made before doing this. And yes, this is the final piece. I hope you like it. Do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.